As video consumption continues to grow around the world, we're now going to hear from Peter O'Donoghue from Huawei's Business Consulting Group about how Huawei are helping operators around the world build a video-defined network.
Today's session is going to be covering best video network, and basically the subtitle of today is basically win video and win all, and I'll go into explain a bit more about that as we start the slides. Just to introduce myself, my name is Peter O'Donoghue. I work in business network consulting from the network consulting part of that organisation, and I'm based in the UK Competence Centre, reporting into HQ. We already know that video demand is driving even as of this year, and certainly it's going to continue to grow. So we can see from this chart here that the key message we can see here is really that we've got many different services types here. We can see email transfer, gaming, streaming, and voice over IP and web browsing. But we can see that the dominant service, which already is streaming services, is actually going to continue to grow and become certainly the major player in terms of what people will be driving in terms of their service usage. The type of services, the downloads aren't going to be that great, so it doesn't need much bandwidth. Social networking generally tends to be a bit more interactive, so people don't like to have too much delay, but it's not critical real-time type of interaction, so we can accommodate some latency, bandwidth requirements aren't high. And VoIP is a very narrow band service, so we know that it's just voice services, low bandwidth requirements as traditional, so we can support very large capacity voice, and that's talking about VoLTE type of services, which are going to be compatible with the core network that we develop to support video services as well. So this particular study looked at many factors, or let's say KPIs, but basically what the expectation is from general users with their video experiences. So this was based on a large sample count, 3,000 users, and right across 34 cities. So it was a wide-ranging type of analysis. We can say that we can see here on your left-hand side of this spider diagram that basically most of those items on the left we'll highlight here are basically sort of looking at connection type of issues. So we're looking at things like buffer time, resolution, personalised recommendations or customisation, multi-screen interactions between different type of pads and those sort of things. What's been highlighted here in terms of these dots, though, however, is really some of the key experiences. So what users are telling us is that buffer time is one of their critical factors, the resolution is another critical factor, and smoothness is another critical factor. So these are, again, come back to some of the key metrics in the design process for mobile videos. How do we build that best connection experience strategy? So number one is to basically first of all, concentrate more on the technical aspects of building that video network. So we've looked at low latency, the importance of low latency. So we know that low latency, these are all key parts of the user experience. If we get that, if you don't have that real-time type of effect, certainly for live video or broadcast type or for services, then you will struggle to maintain the good customer experience. Also, traffic burst assurance, as I've mentioned, also traffic burstiness is one of the key factors with the video networks as well. So you need to really come up with good ways to be able to handle that general bursty nature of traffic, and the solutions that we have, we will discuss a bit further in the next slides to look at how we can manage that from a technical perspective. EMBMS will offer us a solution we can customise in terms of hotspot or events, but it could also be provided across the network, but it could be done in different adaptive ways. So we can look at trying to balance that unicast, broadcast, a way to get a good balance across the whole network for where the traffic really needs those type of services.